Last video we talked about God bless America narrative, but if hard work brings God's blessings, why is America's middle class collapsing? Why are blue-collar workers relying on painkillers? Why are opioids like OxyContin and fentanyl everyday necessities? Why do 80,000 Americans die of overdoses each year more than in car crashes? Why can't many afford a $400 cash for emergency use? Why are nearly a million Americans homeless? The real crisis in America is not inflation or unemployment or anything else, it's a crisis of faith. Or let's say it in a secular way, Americans lack consensus. Faith here doesn't just mean church, it means a shared social belief that hard work brings success, labor has dignity, markets are fair. But capitalism has undermined the faith that created it. Protestant ethics give birth to capitalism, and capitalism eventually corroded those ethics. America is regressing into a jungle society dominated by financial elites. Anglo-Saxon and Jewish capital where the strong devour the weak. Blue-collar workers once embodied America's spirit. Deindustrialization didn't just take away jobs, it shattered their faith. God no longer rewards labor, only assets. In the last decades, capital returns far outpaced labor. The richest 1% now own a third of the country's wealth. The middle class shrank from 61% in 1971 to 51% in 2023. By contrast, in China, the middle class has kept expanding, now larger than the entire US population. The middle class is not just an income group, it's the backbone of social order. When effort no longer brings reward, faith collapses. Don't forget 10% of Americans is 30 million people, plus 40 million blue-collar workers and 70 million angry citizens can reshape politics. Trump harnessed that anger to win power, turned it against the Democrats, then against China by hurting those 70 millions. Including those soybean farmers, of course, but he couldn't defeat China and eventually that force will turn inward. Follow me, let's talk about how Trump's tariff war is a modern crusade in part 4.